So, I know we've pretty much all watched it already. If you guys, I mean, pretty much the entire world has watched it. The new Resident Evil 9 trailer, but I haven't broken it down myself. Do we think we're gonna get Outbreak remakes? Maybe. I doubt it. Gemini, how you been, dude? Eddie, thanks so much for the fucking hype train. That was very fucking sweet of you. Guys, this is a fucking sick comeback right now, dude. This makes me feel like I gotta stream more. I definitely gotta stream more. Yeah, I missed, apparently. I love you guys. Thank you. So Resident Evil 9, right? We're all Resident Evil fans here. Resident Evil 9 got announced. We all kind of knew it was coming. But, thanks for the bitch, Schmo. I appreciate you, man. We all kind of knew it was coming. But we didn't know if it was going to be a Resident Evil 0 remake that apparently is supposed to be coming, or if it was going to be a new Resident Evil. A lot of people wanted it to be a new Resident Evil. They wanted it to be Resident Evil 9. It was all this speculation. There was rumors that it was going to be Leon, that he's back. It's going to close out his story, which I just want to say was completely fucking wrong, by the way. Everyone on YouTube can shut the fuck up because they were completely fucking wrong in Twitter. Like, they were just wrong. But who knows? But you know what? It could still... I'm getting ahead of myself. There could be a chance that we could see some returning characters, especially since we're going back to the RPD. But I also have some speculation on that as well. I'm kind of thinking that it's all a hallucination, you know, like Requiem of a Dream, you know, kind of thing. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to watch the trailer with you guys, break it down. Everyone's kind of already done their own analysis. I kind of want to do it live on stream with you guys. Well, how many viewers we got right now? We got fucking 56 fucking motherfuckers in here who are awesome and stoked about Resident Evil. So let's break down this trailer together. I'm a big lore junkie, so excuse me if I start throwing names out there that you guys don't remember or anything like that. If you guys have any questions, just fucking ask me. All right, let's watch it. So my first initial thoughts when it comes to this trailer is that I, as a longtime Resident Evil fan from the very first one all the way up to now, I love that they have now inserted a very, very obscure Resident Evil name and character in Alicia Ashcroft. Had it be her kin and her daughter Grace Ashcroft, which is really fucking cool. I just want to say that. I want to get that out there. I think it's fucking awesome that Capcom is now using older characters from an older continuity into the current continuity. It is fucking awesome. I love that. Great Outbreak reference. I agree. I think it's a fantastic Outbreak reference. Like, that is awesome to have these callbacks to older Resident Evils. It's just, it is very important to older fans, and me being one of them. And honestly, it's just more world building. You know, you are connecting the dots of what happened in Raccoon City into the newer continuity, and I think it's fucking amazing. Capcom doing everything except following up a fucking Revelations 2 ending. Hey, we don't know that now, but we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet because I've seen some theories speculating online that maybe there's some connections to Revelations 2 or the Revelations games in this. There's nothing that say that they can't now because, excuse me, I thought I was gonna burp. There's nothing saying that they can't now because of stuff like this. Using Alyssa Ashcroft from Resident Evil Outbreak into a new fucking game. That is crazy to me. That is now 2 references to Outbreak that Capcom has made in the newer continuities. I love that. I love that, which means that they're going to use that material, that older content, and like insert it into the newer games, the newer generation of games. I'm hoping we get like a reference to Ark Thompson. You know what I'm saying? Bruce McGivern, dude. Run it. There's nothing saying that we can't have those things now. And I love this. It's just awesome. And I think having her be an FBI agent, what is she, a technical analyst, is kind of a neat insert for her story. You know, it makes sense that an FBI agent would be doing this kind of work.
Grace.
I don't see how important this guy's gonna be. I know everyone's saying that this guy might be important. I really just don't think he is, unless he has like some kind of connection to the BSAA, which very well might be a thing. But
Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh, coming.
so this is obviously telling of her character. I wonder what this map is. I don't think this is Raccoon City or anything like that. So we see that Alyssa, she's a little disorganized, you know, she's a little, you know, disheveled. She's probably got some kind of ADHD brain, kind of like me, or shit's like she has, her attention goes like here, you know what I'm saying? To be fair, Capcom somehow mentioned Raccoon City in nearly every installment. They just flat out have done nothing with Rev 2 after. That's true.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now.
She's a so I like her character design. Let's talk about her character design for a second. She does exude kind of like, I hate saying this, right? It's kind of a weird thing, kind of cringy thing to say, but she does exude this kind of main character kind of energy. You know, she doesn't really care how she looks. You know, she not really concerned with how neat her suit is working for the FBI. She's all about her work, you know. She's all about getting it, dare I say, kind of like her mother, getting to the bottom of things rather just burying herself in her work, not caring if she looks professional, which is, you know, very main character. I like that. Looks pretty awesome. Hope this leads to an RE Outbreak 2 or remake.
We found another.
I don't think we're gonna get that, unfortunately, but I think we might get a multiplayer aspect to RE9, which is why REverse went offline. But that's a stretch.
Body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
So here's my question. Is it like a T-virus variant? It's got to be something to do with the T-virus, right? It's got to have something to do with the T-virus because she's got to go back to, you know, Raccoon City. We've seen that Raccoon City's in a bunch of flashbacks. We see Ground Zero. It's got to have something to do with the tyrant virus, right? It has to.
Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Or maybe like some kind of strain of it, right?
Okay.
What is a technical analyst? Hold on, let's Google that. What in the fuck is a technical analyst? Technical analysts are the FBI, particularly in intelligence community, focus on analyzing technical information to understand threats and vulnerabilities. They work with various technologies, including cybersecurity, to provide intelligence to support FBI operations. So she's essentially recon security intel gatherer. She's essentially, what is that word called? Like a catastrophe analyst, sort of. I think it's called that. We're revisiting Raccoon City. I kind of hope that we go back to actual zombies again, but like considering it's Ground Zero, if they're more evolved, just give us Crimson Head or something. Maybe.
The Renwood Hotel.
The Renwood Hotel. So, I wonder where that's at. I wonder if that's just like a place where she starts to see hallucinations of like Raccoon City, or maybe it's like outside of Raccoon City. Maybe it's inside Raccoon City, and Alyssa Ashcroft went back into Raccoon City to try to like investigate some goings-on there, and she got murdered. Who knows? But we do know that the Renwood Hotel is going to be the center and setting, or at least the prologue of what's to come. And I'm getting what is it, Red Applewood Inn vibes from Outbreak? What is that place called? Red Applewood Inn or something like that? Some shit like that?
Wood Hotel.
God damn it, I'm terrible at this. Okay, so it's a crime scene. All right, he said that, right? It's a fucking crime. It's absolutely 100% a crime scene. We see the crime scene markers, the tape. We see a bar. It looks like there's a figure or something right there, standing like right here, right? You guys see it right in the middle. I guess you guys can't see my mouse cursor, but right in the middle, dead set in the middle, we see somebody just chilling. It's busted up. You know what I'm saying? It's busted up. It's broken up. It's breaking down. So it's got to be abandoned, right? So maybe it is inside Raccoon City, and it just got fucking messed up from the missile strike. Who knows? Okay, so what the fuck was that? So he says, we know that that's where your mother was murdered, right? We know that's where your mother's murdered. And then she has flashbacks of her mother, and then a flashback of what looks like some dude in a hood, some chick, somebody who's in a hood.
That's where your mother was
looking like Jill Valentine from Resident Evil 5, you know, with the mask. Here's my thing. If she's seeing flashbacks of her mother, was she there? Did she win? That's what I'm saying. I think that's why this is called Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I think going to be like her remembering someone else's memories. Now that has no direct tie to the word Requiem. The reason why I'm saying that is because I keep thinking of Requiem of a Dream. Thank you, Schmo. But Requiem actually, I think, pertains to what is it? Memorizing a mass casualty, or memorizing a mass amount of the dead, which I'm thinking why we're going back to the RPD, we're going back to Raccoon City, because so many people died and got mutated and infected and lost their lives during there. So it would only make sense that they call it Resident Evil 9 Requiem, because they're going there to remember a huge mass of the dead. But who knows? I have no idea what the fuck's going on. This could very well be a dual-sided fucking game where you play as two characters. And one character is Grace, and another character could be what everyone thinks could be fucking Leon. I don't think so. I think it's only going to be Grace. I don't think Leon's makes an appearance in this game whatsoever. Although I could see why he would, though, because we're going back to the RPD. But back to my original point. I think the reason why I think, rather not the reason, I think during this game there's going to be some kind of virus or pathogen that's going to affect Grace, or maybe she's suffering some sort of PTSD, or maybe she's seeing her mother's memories through this pathogen or virus, and she's going to start seeing what happened to her mother, Alyssa, which I think would be actually pretty interesting, which would be a really good argument as to why she keeps seeing her mother's memories, or like seeing what happened to her mother. Now, who's this guy? Who's this motherfucker? I don't know. This guy, I mean, this could be Alyssa. I see a lot of people saying that this could be Alyssa. She was murdered, or, you know, suspectedly murdered. You know, everyone thinks that she was murdered, but in reality, she was mutated. She got infected with some kind of virus, maybe some kind of strain of the T virus. But here's another theory that I'm gonna throw out there. Maybe this is Alyssa. Okay? Maybe this is Alyssa, and she did get mutated and infected, but the daylight vaccine that's within her caused her to mutate differently, and now she's this like subhuman kind of like liquor-esque kind of character from like Outbreak, or, you know, some of this offshoot mutation of a liquor kind of thing, you know? And like that's why she acts different. That's why she looks so fucking scary and menacingly, you know, horrific.
Alyssa died 8 years ago.
But here's another thing. What time period does this take place? Is this after Village? Did she die? It must be after Village, because if she died 8 years ago from this, then she must have already produced that Dulvey, Louisiana article. Let's take a close look at that.
That's where your mother was murdered.
I wonder what that scream is in the background, you know? This looks like it could. This looks like a female character, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, or correct me if I'm wrong. But I think this looks like a female character, and it looks like she's a monster. It looks like she's some kind of maybe a BOW, or maybe a test subject, or maybe just the side effect of being mutated by a virus. She looks like she's decaying. She looks like there's something going on with her, and I can't help but think that this is someone we know, or someone who's important to the lore, and it could very well be her mother, which would be fucked up. That would be fucked up if it turns out that this is Grace's mom.
Alyssa died 8 years ago.
I don't know why he had to say that. Why did he have to say that? She knows when her mother dies, but I know it's just I know it's for an exposition dump. I'm not stupid, but like, what memory is this? Whose memory is this? And how is she seeing it? How is she remembering it? You see Alyssa running down a hallway. Probably, presumably, maybe if that's not Alyssa, maybe she's running from this monster.
Alyssa died 8 years ago.
She's wearing her signature red little jumpsuit. It looks like she's pulling somebody. It looks like Alyssa has someone by the hand, and she's pulling her by the hand. You know? It looks like maybe Alyssa found someone, is guiding them out, trying to save somebody. Maybe that's whose memories we're seeing right now. These are the memories of someone that Alyssa found and is trying to save inside the Redwood Hotel, which she lost her life doing. Maybe that's what we're seeing. This makes more sense to me, and especially because when we look at it, it's as if Alyssa's looking back. You know, she's looking back. Are you okay? Stay calm. Come with me.
Alyssa died 8 years ago.
Does it not? That's tell me that she does not pulling someone, trying to assist them. Like, I think we're seeing the memories of someone who was there with her, and it could be Grace. Grace could be the one who was with her, and maybe that's why Grace is seeing all this. Grace is seeing all this because she lived it.
Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
But what does that mean, face the past? That insinuates to me that she was also there to experience what happened. You know, that's what I'm taking from this. Grace was also there and saw what happened to her mother, or the horrors of inside the Redwood Hotel. Maybe, you know, maybe. But it also really depends how old Grace is, right?
Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
I wonder why this building is significant. This has to be a part of the Redwood Hotel, right? Here we have to actually be looking at a part of the hotel, a part of the setting. These are like doctors. These are definitely doctors. Kind of looks like the room that Jill left in RE3 Remake. See, I could see that, Schmo. I could definitely see that.
Past.
Maybe she was like inside the Redwood building, and maybe they used her for testing. Because the only reason I say that is because why do we get this shot of someone waking up and there's doctors over them, or you know, some mysterious figures standing over them? Who are these people? What are they doing to this person? Is it Grace? Is it Alyssa? Is it someone else? What the fuck is going on right now?
Grace.
So this is cool to me because obviously I think this is one of the beginning parts of the game. This is before you've played a little bit of the game. Grace has gotten fucked up. You see she's got a giant gash on her chest. Maybe she was stabbed. She was fucking stabbed and like almost died. But now she's being kept alive because of antibodies with the daylight vaccine from her mother. Maybe Grace has antibodies put in her body. Kind of like Jill. with it when she got infected with the T virus, but because her mom had the daylight vaccine, which is a vaccination for the T virus, the echelon virus, T virus, if you will, she has those antibodies within her. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now this, I'm assuming this is the Renwood Hotel. When we go back to the Renwood Hotel.
Stay close.
I think that's Alyssa. That person talking right there is Alyssa. I think that you play as an epilogue or whatever, a beginning part. I think you play as Alyssa. I swear to God, that or you see what happened to Alyssa. I think we hear Alyssa talking.
Stay close.
That's Alyssa. That is 1000% Alyssa. I put fucking money that that is Alyssa talking.
They're coming.
So I think this shot is significant because I think this is part of the open world aspect that everyone was speculating.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching.
I think that's Oswald E. Spencer. Or some kind of motherfucker like him. It has to be. The only reason I say that is because that old-timey freaking sizes of a phone, whatever the heck it is. And look at this guy's hairline. Look. You see his hairline. He's like slightly balding up top. He's got a big forehead. He's got like a really big brow protruding. And his hair's slicked back. Maybe he's some kind of Wesker child. Maybe it's Wesker. Maybe it's Oswald Lee Spencer. Because why is he searching for Alyssa? Why is he searching for Alyssa? Or rather, Grace. Why is he searching for Grace? What if it's Billy? What if it is Billy? That'd be crazy. It's not Billy. But what if it was? That'd be crazy. But I think why is this person searching for Grace? Why is this person searching for Grace? They're searching for Grace because Grace, I think, has antibodies of the daylight vaccine within her. So she has some kind of special DNA like Rose or like Jill. That's what it is. That's my theory. I think because of the events of what happened in Outbreak when she achieved the daylight vaccine, or rather when she administered the daylight vaccine to herself, she gained antibodies to fight off the T virus, and they mutated her genomes in some kind of way to like have her, be special in some type of way. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm putting my money on.
Searching for a special one, the chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
And I think we see this guy within the remnants of Raccoon City. So this is what fucks me, right? This has to be the open world aspect that everyone has been speculating. This has to be the open world map. You have to. I'm guessing that you explore all of this terrain somehow. Maybe a new character that ties into the Umbrella Founders. Maybe it's James Marcus. Maybe it's another obscure person from Outbreak. Maybe it's another character from Outbreak, like the guy who altered Alyssa's memory in the flashback scenario in Outbreak File 2. But that guy got shot in the head, so maybe not. But like, back to my point about the map. I think this is going to be the open world that we're going to be exploring. It's the ground zero and the remnants of Raccoon City. And that is some of the fucking most awesomest story elements and like map elements that you could do for a Resident Evil game. Like, it's just cool to think as a Resident Evil fan, you can come back and you can explore Raccoon City after the missile strike. That is such a cool callback to the older games, and like, but also appealing to a newer audience and wanting to, do an open world aspect for Resident Evil. That's how you fucking do it. Right there.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
That's Alyssa! I'm telling you, that's Alyssa. Investigating all these strange deaths, huh? we gotta keep our voices down. There's someone talking to Alyssa, and Alyssa is investigating strange deaths. That's what I think is happening.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
That's Alyssa. I think that's Alyssa too. I think that's Alyssa sending a message to her daughter, Grace.
Everyone's gone.
And this guy was bit. You see this guy was bit on the shoulder. So I'm thinking zombies, T-virus zombies are fucking back, baby. That thing's crazy looking. That motherfucking thing's crazy looking. You know what I see when I see that thing? I see the boss from the Applewood Inn in Resident Evil Outbreak. Like a mutated liquor kind of thing. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's mutated by the nuke. Hey, that's a good theory. That it literally could be because it got wrecked by the missile strike, and the new T variant kind of messed it up and mutated into something crazy, you know? Oh yeah, that's right. The suspended. You guys remember this thing? You guys remember this thing? This was a special mutated liquor from Resident Evil Outbreak. It was like a half. So when people who get secondary infected by the T virus, they either turn into a crimson head or they turn into a liquor. It depends on their genome or something like some bullshit. The way they're mutated. You either get turned into a crimson head or a liquor, or I believe it's a crimson head and then a liquor. I think it's one of the two though. I think it's either or. Don't mind. I'm a little rusty right now, but that's what that fucking thing reminds me of. This is what that thing reminds me of, is the suspended liquor crimson head looking zombie bitch from Resident Evil Outbreak. That's what I see when I see that thing. You can see the shackles on its arms. Oh yeah, can you? Let's see. Oh yeah, look! Hey, that's a good point, Schmo! There's shackles on it! There's shackles on its arms! So which means it was being kept somewhere. It's like a Lisa... What if it is Lisa Trevor? But she was in the Arklay Mountains. But still. It's shackled. You're right, Schmo. This thing was shackled. This guy's getting infected by some kind of virus, you could tell. It's fucking dope. And then, what was it? Some guy getting strangled. So here we see the... You can barely see the fucking person's face. Ah, just barely you can see it, dude. Just barely you can see the hooded figure's face. Ah, you see the nose bridge. That's it. And I'm thinking that's the creature that we just saw and has the will to mutate freely, you know? And I'm thinking it's gotta be like Alyssa or something, right? Maybe? There's an eyeball in there too. You could just barely see it too, right? Just barely see it, man. Now I wonder what this is. This is weird to me. This looks like maybe like a segment of of the RPD, but it's not. And who's this lady? Who is this lady that we're following? But this looks like the RPD. And maybe this is a memory? Maybe this is the Wrenwood Hotel. No, that's what it is. This is the Wrenwood Hotel. This is the Wrenwood Hotel, and this is where you play as Alyssa and you find out what's going on. Flashback moment. Exactly, Justin. Exactly. This is a flashback moment if I've ever seen one. There's the shackles. There's the shackles, Schmo. There's the fucking shackles. You hear the shackles of the monster. But maybe it's a different monster. But this looks like a T-virus zombie, does it not? This 1000% looks like a T-virus infected zombie. But it could be Alyssa, dude. Like, look at the long hair. You could see this person. It's obviously a female or something. Someone with long hair, maybe. Because you see the hair fall right there. There's fall on the right. Or hair. You see. I'm getting ahead of myself. You see the hair fall to the right of the on her right. On my right, rather. Let's see. It's gonna look better. Goes to that. We're going back to T-virus zombies, guys. That's it. We're going back to virus-infected, crazy-looking zombies, man. Resident Evil 9 Requiem, baby. I am so fucking excited for this, guys. I cannot wait for this shit to come out. I didn't know what I was expecting when it came to Resident Evil 9 announcement. I know everyone was speculating Leon. Everyone was speculating Jill Valentine. You know, it was going to be like a fucking werewolf thing, or in the moon and witches. Fuck all of that. All those rumors are fucking bullshit. All those rumors were absolute dog ass and not true. What do you guys think, huh? What do you guys think? What do you think? Like, honestly, what do you guys think of Resident Evil 9? Let me know, man. Let me know. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about Resident Evil 9. But yeah, guys, that was my analysis and breakdown of the Resident Evil 9 Requiem trailer. Let's talk about it. Let me know what you guys think. When this goes out on YouTube, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. I want to hear your guys' theories. I want to hear your guys' connections to Outbreak, to Alyssa, any other fucking crazy things that you guys have. I want to hear it. But that's all I got. That's my analysis. With that being said, let's play some fucking Resident Evil, dude. You know what I'm saying?